Really, we talked about it. As leaders, there's certain ways to talk to guys. You can't just go out there and MF a guy because they don't all react like that. Now, to some guys, you might have to do that. But really, you got to know your team. You got to know your players on an individual level, and you got to be able to talk to them. And then on the flip hand of that, it's not how someone's saying it, it's what they're saying. So if they're trying to coach you up and they do add a bunch of those words that might not be necessary, well, don't listen to those. Listen to what he's trying to really say to you. And so that was huge for me, just as a leader, being able to say, all right, this is how I got to talk to this guy versus how I talk to this guy. They're going to respond to this when I charge him up, and he's going to shut down when I charge him up. So learning your team is really what I learned as the biggest thing to take away from that.
Hey, Nick, Chad said an install yesterday was as smooth as he's seen it for a day one. What did you think of the flow that you saw to the offense
yesterday?
Yeah, and today. Today.
Yesterday we were way too fast. Yesterday I thought that we were really fast. We just had a lot of guys sweating through their whole jerseys. As you guys probably saw, just in warm-ups, everybody was fired up. And so today we still had that same tempo, but we were taking 30-second rest between the ones and twos, or between the ones and then the ones again. So the tempo was great today, getting to go out there and just get a bunch of plays, and that's how this offense works.
Just kind of as far as I'm sure you've been asked this a zillion times already, but what brought you to Arkansas?
Yeah, well, probably to Arkansas was, first off, Coach Morris, having a relationship with him in high school, and not just Coach Morris, but Coach Craddock. And then college, I got to play with Coach Chavis and Coach Cooper as well. Loved them. Love working with them. Huge fan of both of those guys, and I know they're a big fan of me as well. It means a lot that they think so highly of me that they'd want to play with me on two separate teams. When they had the chance, they said, yeah, we want the Starkel kid, and so that felt really good to me. And then I came here on a visit and fell in love with the place.
You come here knowing there's already a grad transfer here. Play for Coach Morris. Obviously, that didn't deter you at all. I mean, did you even consider that in your decisions and all?
It wasn't really a factor to me. I'm not scared of anything like that. There's always going to be competition wherever you go, so I'm ready.
How is the relationship with Ben, and how does that go? We got two guys and really quarterback only one plays.
Yeah, our whole quarterback room has been really great and helping out each other. Our coaches are there to help us learn the playbook, and if we have some questions, can't get a hold of our coaches, then we get a hold of the other quarterbacks, and so I felt like we've been there for each other, and it's been awesome.
Of course, both of y'all know the only one guy there. I mean, is there a little bit uncomfortable at all, or just kind of part of the game plan that y'all know that already?
It's just part of the football. Every quarterback in the country knows that only one guy is going to play. There's only one quarterback on the field at a time, so that's just honestly just part of football, in my opinion.
You mentioned running downhill a minute ago, you and KJ. Is that something that people might be surprised to see your running ability?
I guess. Yeah, I haven't really ran in the SEC. I was at 230, and then I lost a little bit of weight, and I'm 217 now. But if that's something that they see doing in the red zone, stuff like that, I'm all for it. I would love to do that. I have one rushing touchdown against Ole Miss, 2 yards.
Just how big a plus that you've had SEC experience do you feel coming into Arkansas?
I think it's huge to have the experience in this league because it's unlike any other league. It's the closest thing to the NFL. You just look at how many guys are drafted each year from the SEC West compared to other conferences, and you can tell this is a man's league. This is what the NFL looks at. They don't want to see our games versus, a smaller school. They want to see how we play against those big schools because that's how it's going to mostly look like in the NFL. And so being able to put that on film is going to be the best thing you can put on your resume, in my opinion.
Well, if you saw the comments at SEC Media Day from some of the former teammates and stuff at A&M, I mean, how tough was it to leave and just making that decision to transfer to Oregon?
That was one of the toughest decisions I had to make. And those guys know this. Those are my brothers. Some of those guys will be, in my wedding one day, and I still keep up with a lot of them. and we're friends, but we know when we cross that line, what is it, September 29th, 28th, something like that, we cross that line, it's on. So it's going to be great to see some of them. Maybe the first time I see some of them will be when they're right in my face. But, those are my guys. Those are still my brothers. I'm rooting for them every game but one.
You've gotten some Bieber questions today. I asked some of the guys about whether or not you played it in the locker room, and they said they don't think you would.
No, I will not make anybody else listen to it because I understand some guys have I don't know if it's an issue with their masculinity or what, but it's like guys who wear pink. They're perfectly fine with their masculinity, but some guys are like, I'm not going to wear pink. Some guys listen to Bieber because they're perfectly fine with it, and some guys just don't want to do that. So I'm not going to make them do anything.
You got any lines? Can you sing, and then you got any lines?
I had to sing earlier, but I'm not a singer. My dad can sing really well, but I was not blessed with that.
I'm with the Democrat because I've never worked with them. I had a question about there could be up to 5 SEC schools with grad transfer starting quarterbacks, obviously including Arkansas. What do you think about that trend?
I guess the trend of grad transfers isn't necessarily just affecting the SEC.
Right.
It's affecting everywhere.
Right.
And it really just turned into free agency.
Right.
I think that it's good for me, obviously. It's good for some guys that go into better situations, and it hurts some other guys, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting this year, for sure.
And what would you get your degree in at A&M?
I got a degree in University Studies Business.
Okay, so business degree?
Yes, sir.
Okay.